Let's take a deep dive into Aubrey, Texas. I want to show you everything Aubrey has to offer you. I want to show you where Aubrey, Texas is. Like most people don't know, it's a hidden treasure. And being your Texas real estate tour guide is we take a deep dive into these communities. I immerse myself in the community. I go for runs in the community, and I eat at the local places. I meet people. And Aubrey is a hidden treasure for sure. So let's get into where its location is. Most people have no idea where Aubrey is. I kind of thought I knew. I know, it's up that way near Lake Ray Roberts. Lake Ray Roberts is a phenomenal lake, very clean. It's not heavily populated, and you're only minutes away from Lake Ray Roberts. And they also have a little lodge there on Lake Ray Roberts that you could stay for the weekend if you choose to. It's not like a 5-star hotel or anything, but if you just wanted to get away in the beautiful nature, it's right there. Or you could just go there for the day. It's minutes away from Aubrey, Texas. But one thing I want to say about Aubrey before we jump into the map is this. It is rated one of the healthiest cities in Texas, and I know why. Like I said, I immersed myself in the culture. I found out what there is to do there. I actually run in every city where we shoot a video. If I can't run in the city, we don't shoot the video. I don't promote the city. It's just the way it is. I believe every great community should be lively. People should be out and about. They should know their neighbors, all of that good stuff. Well, the trail system in Aubrey is ridiculous. And I kept talking about that. Lo and behold, we have a customer that is buying home. We put an offer on a home today in Aubrey, Texas. And guess what? He's a long distance runner just like me. How funny is that? And we didn't know that at first. He started talking. He said a few things. And my business partner, Carolyn, said, are you a runner? And he said, yeah. And she goes, you're never going to believe this. My business partner, Paul Roberts, is one too. Hey, listen, if this is the first time on our channel, hit the subscribe button. I want to be your tour guide for all of these cities in the great state of Texas. I want to make your move to Texas be as pleasant as possible. If you're moving inside of Texas, and let's say you live in San Antonio, I grew up in Houston, Texas, much different than the Dallas-Fort Worth area for sure. Tons of differences. One that really got me was the alley parking, the alley driveways, I should say. And I'm going to leave that right there. I'll tell you more about that here in a little bit. But let's dive into the map. Let me show, because where is Aubrey? No kidding. Like, where is this place? Let's show you where Aubrey, Texas is. So this is Aubrey. You still don't really know where it is. You're just seeing a little outline here of everything. Let me get my drawing going here. So Aubrey is very strange the way it runs up here. I don't know why. That was one question I never asked. I need to find that out because it has a very strange shape to it. The only thing I can think of is rapidly becoming the Texas capital for horses. So it is becoming very popular in horses. They got a lot of cool horse places to shop at. They've got some ranches out here that you can go to. But this is the shape of Aubrey. Not that that tells you much about where it is. So there you go. Aubrey is up here in the north right there. This is Lake Ray Roberts. Amazing, beautiful, not real populated lake. So it's very clean. Tons of trails systems there. Tons of runs there. And then you have Grapevine Lake, which is right here. And you got Lake Louisville, which almost touches parts of Aubrey because Louisville has all of these little waterways that go all the way up and almost get to Aubrey, get very close. So there it is. And then here's downtown Dallas. Okay. So you're 50.6 miles. Let's call it 51 miles if you go this route. And you're 47 miles if you go this route here. So those are your two routes into Dallas, Texas, just to give you an idea of where it is. So it's a pretty nice little drive. Once you get to I-35, if you're going this route, 35 has an express lane that you can jump on, northbound and southbound. If you're traveling southbound, it shuts down at noon. And what it does is it opens up and goes the other way for northbound traffic for people leaving Dallas and going this way. So it's one of those types of expressways where you only have access to it in the AM going south and in the PM going north. But so quick drive, if you hit the expressway, if you work in downtown Dallas. Where is it in relation to Fort Worth? You can see Fort Worth in the bottom left-hand corner. So you have 50 miles, so almost identical miles-wise to Fort Worth as it is to Dallas. Timing is going to be relatively the same, I think. On a good day, on both sides of the deal, whether it's Dallas or Fort Worth, I think Fort Worth you're going to be able to get to faster because Fort Worth has an express lane that starts about right here, about right there, and it goes all the way into Belknap, which runs in right into downtown Fort Worth, and it is southbound and northbound 24/7. So you have 2 lanes traveling southbound 24/7 and 2 lanes traveling northbound 24/7. So you probably could get to Fort Worth a little quicker just because of that alone. But about the exact same distance, unless you take one of these crazy routes, which I don't know why you would do that. It'd be much easier just to cruise up north of Denton. This is Denton right now. Here, let me help you out. So you're only 12 miles away from Denton, 19 minutes away. There is a con to this area, and I'll just be upfront, and that is 380. This road right here, highlight it. This road right here, boom. They are working on it, and when they get this complete, it'll be absolutely amazing. I can tell you that because this is very similar to what we saw at 121 in Frisco, the Colony, years ago. And they're constantly working on 380. The good news is, the houses are a little less expensive here. They will go up in value when 380 becomes a monster, and it's going to. 380 looks identical to 121, and they've been working on 380 for a little bit now, so I don't know how much longer that's in the works, but it is a bit of a pain. But the good news, if you're up here in Aubrey, you can avoid all of this 380 right here and just take 428 all the way around, okay? So that is where Aubrey is in terms of location. So again, there's Denton, there's Aubrey, you got Fort Worth here, you got Dallas here. Let's check out DFW. How far, if you're a traveling person and you got to get to the airport, you're looking at 40 miles. Again, you take 428 all the way around through Denton, 288 all the way to 35E, all the way down to Fort Worth. So not a real bad drive. You are 100% in the country. To give it some perspective here, so years ago, Frisco was north. I mean, it was in the middle of the country. Absolutely, no one had heard of it, and then boom, it is on fire. I mean, everybody's moving to Frisco. It's been a hotbed for a couple years now, probably for a decade actually, and that was far north at one point. Well, now Prosper is a happening place. Years and years and years ago, Deion Sanders moved there and made Prosper popular. If you're here in the DFW, you remember that. And now Salina is becoming the next big, crazy success. So Aubrey's right here. So it is actually north of Prosper and north of Frisco. So it's up there. So you are in the country. How many years you're going to be in the country, I don't know. This will probably be a toll road right here, and you'll be able to get to everything quickly like you can in Frisco. Because no kidding, years ago, to travel from, say, Louisville to McKinney, this was like pack a lunch, right? This drive right here was not simple. It's very easy now. It's a toll road, zips right over. You don't got to pack a lunch anymore. So that's in relation to where it is. Again, this is Lake Ray Roberts. Tons of gorgeous parks right there. The majority of the our actual homeowners live in these homes as primary residences. It is a community. They have the most unique dog parks I've ever seen. They have slides for dogs. They have all types of crazy stuff for dogs. They have a dog park, and I didn't quite figure it out while I was out there. And I asked a couple people and they didn't know, but it was kind of split up into different areas. I don't know if it was one guy was throwing something like he was training his dog in this one area. And then this other area, these dogs were just going crazy. Everybody, all the dogs were hanging out and having fun. So it was like broken up into different sections. But dog parks, none like I've ever seen. And you're going to see me running by Central Park. Not the Central Park of New York, but Central Park in Aubrey, Texas. Tons of communities, Sandbrock Ranch. I kind of think this is a cool little statistic, okay? In 2020, there was 5,000 people, that's it, living in Aubrey, okay? Sandbrock Ranch is a community built for 2,100 families, okay? And that was in 2020. It's closer, it's about 10,000 right now in 2024. So as you can see, it's growing quickly. Our customer, he found a home that he liked. We started to put an offer on it and that house was taken. We found another home. We put an offer on the house and it just contracted. And finally, we made an offer today that got accepted. So homes are going quickly there. His home's about $385,000. Great starter home, perfect starter home. And again, you're out in the country for now. Amazing school system. I mean, I've never seen, I mean, I live in Texas, so I've seen some high school stadiums that are ridiculous. I mean, they're the size of college stadiums. But I wasn't expecting in a smaller town of Aubrey to see such a massive high school. State of the art, just absolutely beautiful. But again, the downfall to this place is 380. The traffic is difficult. And here, just be completely transparent. It's also difficult in this other area here, but it'll be temporary, just like they made Frisco. I mean, Frisco, you feel like you're part of Dallas now, right? Before it was like, I would never move there. And not me, just people would say that. But let's go back up to Aubrey. So you've got Arch of 377 right here, right through here. It's a little congested, that's for sure. Downtown Aubrey, it gets really congested at certain times because of the school system. But to live there is worth it because of your trail systems. The cost of living to get a house is, to buy a bigger home, tons of new home builds. And let me tell you, you want to call me just for this reason. They are giving so much away right now. I mean, these new home builders are not playing around. Everyone that we walked into and filmed there, I mean, they were acting like we were buying the place. They treated us like royalty. They said, let me tell you everything you can tell your buyers that we're offering, okay? And so I can go over that with you. I can go over the HOAs of all these little communities. I am a believer in HOAs. If you live in a community where you can see your neighbor, like if you can walk out to your mailbox and you look over to the right and your neighbor was out and y'all could walk to each other and it would take a couple of seconds, I'm telling you, you want an HOA, okay? You don't want your neighbor to have the ability to park a big old boat because this is close to the lake, right on the street. You just don't want that. Now, there are some rogue HOAs, and I'll help you out in what we can read some of the press clippings on them together, and I can show you those as well. But Sandbrock Ranch, huge community. That's where, tons of running trails, tons of fun, and the amount of people that were out. And I had a hard time filming, so I'm not allowed to film people and put it on YouTube. And so I'd have to stop my video a lot because there were so many people. And I wanted to say hello to them and talk to them. And I didn't want to have to get them to sign a form to legally let me put them on YouTube. So I turned my video off. I would talk to them and just everybody. I mean, everybody out walking, talking, saying hello. People at the dog park coming together. It's a community for sure. Got a fully stocked pond. It's got a massive pool and splash pad. I talked about the walking and biking trails. I'm sorry, not 2,100, 2,400. So I take that back, 2,400. This community was built for 2,400 families. And again, in 2020, just 4 years ago, the population of Aubrey was 5,000. So we are seeing another Salina, Prosper, Frisco on our hands. And I like it because it leans a little further towards Fort Worth. I just dig that. You got Union Park, Arrowbrook, Green Valley Ranch, and Twin Lake Ranch communities. They have a saying in Aubrey, keep Aubrey beautiful, and they have a peanut festival every year. They've been having it for about 3 or 4 decades now. And it's the Aubrey Peanut Festival, and they raise money, and all that money goes to keeping Aubrey beautiful. Like I said, it's becoming known as the horse capital of Texas very quickly, and tons of horse stables. This Hopper Ranch right here. This is a cool area. See here, lots of activity for the horses, letting your kids, letting Santa. Hopper Ranch is a cool area. Oh, wait, I saw something a second ago I want to show. Oh, Bebo's. Yeah, I want to show you this place right here. Oh, yeah, you got the Paul Taylor Saddle Company. This place is cool. Wait, look at that. I mean, you are out in the country, but you're not, because you still have crazy good breakfast places, crazy good coffee shops. I mean, so you're out, but you're not. It's really a cool feeling. So here's pictures of the, look at that. I mean, we're talking serious. This is becoming the horse capital of Texas. They're not playing around. And right there in little Aubrey, Texas. Oh yeah, Bebo's. I want to show you that next. Bebo's and Kathy's Cafe. Cool little pub. Definitely some Southern cooking right here. I'm gluten-free. This would not work for my diet, but I know some friends that would absolutely die. I would love to eat that, man. I'd be all over it. But look at that. Look at that burger right there. Yeah. All right. So that's Bebo's. Hey, great community, great people. I loved running out there. I loved being part of that community. I love the fact that we found our customer a home. That's just an added benefit. And we want to help you find your home in Aubrey, Texas. If this is your first time on our channel, click the subscribe button. We want to stay in touch with you. If you want to get in touch with me, there's many ways you can do it. You can hit me up in the comments section. You can, in the description section, you've got my phone, my direct phone number. You've got my email. You've got everything to access to get to me. And I would love to sit down with you over some coffee and talk to you about the great city of Aubrey. Listen, I don't care if you're moving in a week. I don't care if you're moving in a year. I don't care if you're moving in 2 years. I want to sit down with you and tell you more about this great city. It has a lot to offer, and it's just a great little community.